Hi everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Now, F1 2020 was such a good year. I'm still getting a kick from having all those new and different races that we had at these different tracks that we haven't raced at for a long time or never raced at before. So, this series I am calling the Alternative F1 Races. Basically, of every race weekend I'll be jumping in to Assetto Corsa in VR and taking part in a Grand Prix weekend, but the tracks that I'll be using, none of them be on the current F1 calendar. So there'll be tracks that are either in the same country or close enough to where the original race was, just to change it up and let's see what F1 would be like in completely different places, some places you wouldn't even think of. With that said, let's get into the race.
Hi everyone, and welcome back to another alternative F1 race. This is race 3 of the 2021 season. It is the Portuguese Grand Prix, but we're not at Portimao, we're at Estoril. So once the Williams goes past, we can head out as driver of the day, which was Sergio Perez. It was a pretty dull race overall, nothing much happened, so let's go and experience Estoril. Now I've done it a little bit for like older races, so kind of know my way around. So let's have a look. We've got the Mercedes, I think that's Hamilton right behind, but I'll take you with my first lap. We'll sort of see where the lap goes. So it's quite a tight hairpin there. Yeah, it is a hairpin. Another hairpin here, then there's a chicane here. Very tight chicane. You can have it without the chicane, but why not? Let's have it with. That's always tighter than you think. And then I believe they call this the Parabolica if Jolyon Palmer's commentary on the F1 All-Stars esports stuff was correct. So there's Lewis. So yeah, this is the Portuguese Grand Prix at Estoril. So then we get a bit of practice. I'll learn the track and learn how to control the Red Bull. This is my second time in the Red Bull because Checo got driver of the day in Bahrain. So let me familiarise myself with this Red Bull and with Estoril, and I'll get back to you for quali. Okay, how to go for qualifying. I got about 5th in practice, which is sort of where Sergio's normally sits at the moment. So let me complete the outlap and I'll give you a tour, high-speed tour of Estoril. Okay, here we go, coming around Parabolica. Open the DRS. Again, DRS is sort of, I can use it anywhere. So across the line here, come up, brake hard at the first corner, down to second gear, accelerate through, try and cut that corner a little bit, then come up to turn 2, lift off, downshift, no braking there, come up to the first hairpin, down to second gear, roll it through, flood up the hill, back down to second, make it round, and accelerate out, DRS, full speed as much as you can. Come up to another hairpin. This one's not as bad, down to third. And then it's a fast acceleration out. Hit the DRS again. Brake down to second for this hairpin. Probably do third. That corner's just a lift off and then brake all the way down to first. Try and accelerate through these corners. And then a little lift off halfway through that corner, but then it is just flat out to the end. And that puts us 7th currently. Okay, so this is going to be my last lap. Last lap ended up, I ruined it, and then the lap before I ruined it. So I'm currently 8th. It's not amazing, but let's give it a go. Second gear into the first hairpin. Lift off and shift down for turn 2. Second gear for the uphill hairpin. Back down to second. Completely missing the apex. Actually, that was a good line. I got a good run down here. Straight into third. Let's try late apex again. But I tried late apex for that one. That was idiotic, and that actually cost me a load of time. No. 0.7 down. So that's quality. I'm 8th. Okay, so not the best lap from us, but absolute blinding lap from Lance Stroll, who starts P1, his second ever pole position. Daniel Ricciardo in the McLaren is second, followed by Valtteri Bottas. Pierre Gasly and Yuki Tsunoda in the AlphaTauri did incredibly well, out qualifying the 7-time world champion Lewis Hamilton and the 4-time world champion Sebastian Vettel. We are 8th as Sergio Perez. George Russell getting 9th. Amazing, ahead of Max Verstappen, who's directly behind us. Lando Norris, Kimi Raikkonen, Carlos Sainz, Esteban Ocon, Antonio Giovinazzi, Fernando Alonso not doing great in 17th, Mick Schumacher, Nikita Mazepin, and Nicholas Latifi, where you sort of sadly expect those 3 to be. Right, it is a 17-lap race of Estoril. 5 lights are on. Lights out and away we go for the Portuguese Grand Prix. Already a really good start. Locked up massively there and completely spun. I'm going to restart that. I completely messed that up, so let's try again and let's just not yeet it into the first quarter, shall we? Right, for the second time, it's lights out and away we go for the Portuguese Grand Prix. Not a great start from Hamilton, so everyone else seemed to go through the gravel, so I will follow. That's an interesting top 5, 2 AlphaTauris, a Mercedes, a McLaren and an Aston Martin. They all seem to be running very wide there at the exit of turn 3. But I shall take that from Tsunoda, I think. Thank you very much. Right, try and close in on Gasly. Come on, Gasly. Yep, he is still there. I was fiddling with my ERS. He's still there. Come on, can I get the run of him? I've got the inside line there. I think he's still there. No, he's behind now. Right, top 3. Stroll, Ricciardo, Bottas. Slow series of corners. But I love this track again, like Portimao. This track is very sort of left, right, up, down. Feels a lot like a roller coaster. There we go, into the gravel. And that is, wow, okay, I was going to say that's third place for me, but no, he sort of just did like a proper full-on touring car move there and just threw it up the inside over the jump, so fair play to him. Got good pull on DRS. Oh. Hi, well he managed to stop. I just braked far too late. Okay, we only lost the place to Gasly, both of us, so not the end of the world, and I've got Sir Lewis Hamilton behind. This is already a much more exciting race than Portimao. There we go, really good run out of the final corner. We can get Bottas. Can we get Gasly? I think he's still there. Gonna really close the door, make sure that I definitely have it. Oh, I went a bit wide there. So that means I get the inside line for the next corner. Gasly is definitely behind. Wonderful. He can now fight Bottas, and I can try and catch up to Danny Rick. Again, got a much better run than Danny Rick. I'm managing to manage my ERS really well, so I feel like the others might be running out of ERS. Whoops. Oh, hello. I did not see you coming from that side. And Bottas channeling his inner touring car driver. Ricciardo channeling his inner V8 supercar driver. And I have Bottas right behind me as well, so no one's giving up the places nice and easy. I have just that better traction at that last corner. Now, completely blocked the inside. Yep, Ricciardo's not getting past there. Wonderful. So it's me on Stroll. Here we go. Oh. Ah. Here we go, back on Bottas. Actually, that's Hamilton. This is Gasly. Again, past Hamilton. Trying to find a way past Gasly. Go wide there and have the better run out the corner. Yep, I've done it. Nice, okay. Bottas, Ricciardo and Stroll, the original three that I was fighting with. Let's see if I can catch them. Okay, I'm back behind the top three. Got my good run as normal. Going past Bottas. Ricciardo's looking for a line, so I'm going to tuck in behind Ricciardo. I won't be able to pass him going into this corner, but I can certainly tuck in behind. Bottas going for the lunge. He saw what Ricciardo did. There we go. Past Ricciardo. And biffed up the backside by Ricciardo. That wasn't me locking up again either, that genuinely was a biff up the back. So I've got Ricciardo on the outside. Ricciardo, Bottas. Again, a really good... What's he doing? So much weaving. I was going to say I've got such a better run than Bottas, but he was just weaving so much. We're coming up to lap Mazepin. Will he ignore blue flags? Yes, he will. Ah, the AI is correct to Mazepin. Oh, that caught Ricciardo out. Mazepin in the gravel. Mazepin being Mazepin, he's out the way now. And I'm up to third because Ricciardo... Oh, there was a concertina effect, wasn't there? And Stroll had to slow, so Bottas had to slow. Oh, Bottas went wide there. I can have the wider line so I can have the better run out the corner. Will he go for the lunge? No, it's too far back. Cool, that is second place for me, I feel. Right, much better run than Stroll. Down we go, on to lap 16, 2 laps to go. Stroll is there, he's going to dive down the inside a bit. And give him space, but he doesn't get the exit. Woo, P1! What a great racetrack this is. I've actually thoroughly enjoyed being at Estoril. Algarve's fantastic as well, with just the amount of undulation and ups and downs and blind corners. This is sort of the same. It feels very similar, that it's up and down a fair bit and lots of like left and rights, and particularly here as well, it's sort of you're looking that way, now you're looking that way, now you're looking back the other way. It's all very sort of back and forth and back and forth. Great race, much more entertaining I felt than the actual Portuguese Grand Prix, and that is first place for Sergio Perez. So yeah, we came first as Sergio Perez. Lance Stroll was second and Bottas third. Ricciardo did really well in the McLaren, came fourth. Lewis Hamilton, not his best day, came fifth. Pierre Gasly did a tremendous job in the AlphaTauri, coming sixth. Lando, I can't remember where he started, but Lando did a great job coming up into seventh. Yuki Tsunoda dropped back a little bit and came eighth. Sebastian Vettel, top job in ninth. Max Verstappen, I think he dropped back a little bit. Again, I can't remember where some of them started, but Max Verstappen collected the final point. I get the bonus point for fastest lap. Out of the points, sadly, were both Ferraris, Carlos Sainz in 11th and Charles Leclerc 13th, Esteban Ocon in between them. George Russell unfortunately slipped back from 8th or 9th, wherever he started, down to 14th. Fernando Alonso improved a little bit by going up to 15th. Then you got the two Alfa Romeos of Giovinazzi and Kimi Räikkönen. Nicholas Latifi managed to pass the Hasses of Mick Schumacher, and Nikita Mazepin was the only driver to be lapped, because Mazepin is bad. He's crap. He sucks. But yeah, that was this race. That was the Alternative Portuguese Grand Prix. I'll be back this time next week, hopefully, for the Alternative Spanish Grand Prix, which I think is going to be at Jerez. So, see you for the Spanish Grand Prix.